COP26 is already an absolute shambles. This totally futile meeting of world leaders, which will actually, ironically, act as a mass pollution event, has failed before it's even begun. For starters, the vast majority of the 25,000 delegates and 125 world leaders will have flown there, which will basically have had the same impact on the environment as going to Antarctica with a blowtorch and melting the ice cap while simultaneously kicking a polar bear to death. And then there's the fact that trees on the line prevented trains from Euston getting to Glasgow. So that meant that loads more people either had to fly or drive there. Again, not a great start. Up in Scotland, scooter catastrophe merchant Hamza Yousaf has said that there will be an increase in COVID cases as a result of everyone descending into Glasgow. So people will probably die as a result of this, which I think is the opposite of what this event is supposed to achieve, isn't it? In fact, the SNP has decided to cancel hospital and GP appointments as well, in a bid to reduce traffic, apparently, which have already forced into a series of logjam bottlenecks by closing a load of roads so that VIPs can drive around. Scottish rubbish collectors have also gone on strike, so the streets will be lined with putrid rubbish, slowly rotting away, turning Glasgow into one giant breeding ground for rats. And then there's the fact that Boris Johnson has already admitted defeat. Our dear leader said COP26 most likely won't solve anything and only gave it a 6 out of 10 chance of success. I think that's pretty optimistic, Boris. China, world's largest polluter, in fact, it produces twice as many greenhouse gases as the United States, is not going, neither's Russia. The only way we're going to hit our target of stopping the rise in global temperatures is if everyone gets on board with it. And we know that they aren't. So what's the point of carrying on like this? We need to try another approach, don't we? We should be investing more in green technologies. Shouldn't we invest more in things like flood defences? Shouldn't we be looking at changing the way we build our houses so they're not on things like floodplains, or helping to actually cause flooding by stopping rainwater from being absorbed into the ground? Maybe we have to face facts and put our efforts into dealing with living with the effects of climate change and not pursuing this completely futile and expensive approach. We all need to ask ourselves the question now: are you willing to pay for this current approach? Electric cars, heat pumps, massive tax hikes. There's talk of no domestic flights, for goodness sake. Well, that will knock millions, if not billions, off our economy. People need to be able to get about. It would just lead to people driving anyway, wouldn't it? And I don't recall ever consenting to this. This is literally like Stevie Wonder leading Stevie Wonder towards his bank account, just so he can withdraw all his cash and set fire to it, ironically causing more pollution.